All right, we live. We good. Let me know if y'all can hear that. Got people in the chat. Let me know if y'all can hear that. Trying to get some sounds going on here. All right, I'm gonna wait for a few people to get up in here. Scrooston G, Scrooston, let me know if you can hear this. The soundboard. Y'all can hear? Okay. Y'all heard that? Let me know what that was. Y'all can hear the soundboard? Danny, what's going on? He said, no, you can't hear. Y'all couldn't hear that? Y'all can't hear the soundboard? Let me see. Damn, I thought I had it. Thought I had it to where y'all can hear it. Well, we're gonna have to try this some other time then. All right, y'all. Welcome to another week of post game pull up. I am your host HOV. Uh, Shout out to y'all that's in here. We got another. Oh, hold on. Let me stop doing that. I've been told I need to stop doing ums. But we got some news, y'all. We got some news. We got some football news. We got some basketball news. Some shocking basketball news. With the Lakers and the Dallas Mavericks making a trade, Luka Doncic for Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis just showed up in Dallas. Uh, Man, this was a blindsided trade right here. Probably one of the most blindsided trades in NBA history. I feel like at this moment, at this current moment, that the Lakers have the losing end of the deal just based off of not having defense, the little bit of defense that they had at the rim protection, like Anthony Davis, you let go out the building. Now it's been said that they will make another trade for a possible center, big man, but we will have to see that happen until we can go ahead and say who got the better end of the trade. As far as head-to-head trade, for sure Dallas got it because AD has been asking for the Lakers to get a big man, and the Lakers didn't. They shipped him off instead. Now he's playing with a center and Derek Lively over there in Dallas. He has Kyrie Irving. He has Quentin Grimes. He has PJ Washington. He also has Klay Thompson. So I feel like they have the better starting five with AD just coming in and inserting himself. Uh, so with the Lakers, on the Lakers end, you have an out of shape Luka Doncic with which he still is one of the best players in the league, being out of shape or not. But as of right now, he's nursing an injury, a calf injury. He doesn't have the best conditioning in the world. And I feel like the Lakers went on with their succession plan, bringing him in because you have to think about the life after LeBron James. So we will have to see how this play out. We can't call anything right now because these dudes still have to get on the court. They still have to play, and that's pretty much what it comes down to is them playing on the court. Um, yeah, the trade deadline is in a few days. Heard the Lakers got some more moves up their sleeves, but then I also been hearing rumors about Golden State calling every superstar that they can call to partner with Steph Curry to come play with them. Say we need to ship out LeBron for the future. Yeah, I mean, because as of right now, I don't even know if the Lakers got any draft picks. They've been trading second round picks from 2025 to 2029. I don't know what that, I don't know what the roster look like far as draft picks goes. I know they don't have no first. Um, but we will have to see, man. We definitely gonna have to see. I'm gonna have to look more into it and see. But as of right now, a lot of people in LA wasn't happy with that trade. It's like a split decision. Some of them are, some of them not. People just see Luka Doncic for Luka Doncic being the dominant ball handler in the league, scorer, triple double king, and that's good. That's good to have on your team. But we all know Luka Doncic is a liability when it comes to playing defense, and in the playoffs, postseason, defense is what's going to win you championships. And you got one of the better two-way players and Anthony Davis going to a situation where he's more comfortable at playing the four. He don't have to bang with the Jokic's and Valanciunas and players like that, where Anthony Davis is Mr. Glass, and when he plays with players like that, he's subject to get injured. So now he gets to play against the smaller players, the 6'9", 6'10", 6'8", some 6'7" power forwards. And I think that would be better for him in the postseason. Some people not happy with, Luka Doncic being a defensive liability. And you got to think, Luka Doncic at 25 years old, bro is 270 pounds. Granted, he is 6'7", but 270 for a point guard is just crazy. It's crazy. LeBron not even 270. LeBron all muscle. You can tell he's not 270. Luka Doncic did. And the reason why they shipped him off is because of his condition. It has been a problem for the past 3 years. Me, I like to trade. If you're going to go ahead and go get Myles Turner, Luka Doncic is all right with me. But for the audience and the fans that loved AD, they not feeling this. AD helped bring one of the most recent championships here to LA, which was 5 years ago, going on 5 years ago. A lot of people was holding on to that. You're gonna have to. Of course, he's more consistent. He plays more games too. I mean, we got all kind of names for Anthony Davis, Mr. Glass, Street Clothes. Me, it's like, I gotta see how it's gonna play out. Do I really care? No, because I don't think the Lakers with AD, without AD, I don't think they was going nowhere this season anyway. So it is what it is with me. I'm just saying the gripes I've been seeing on Twitter, my friends on the gram. People held on to AD even though he wasn't always available. It is what it is to me. But yeah, we will just have to wait and see, man. I know Luka is out right now on an injury. He's subject to come back anytime this week. So let's see how this shit play out, y'all. Said the Commanders in street clothes right now. Hey, so what? Where your team at? If you ain't a Chiefs or Eagle fan, I don't want to hear it. Shut up. I wish this damn soundboard was playing so I can play to hit the button to tell you to shut the fuck up. But anyway, before I get in further into this show, I got some news that I want to give to y'all. I'm going to be doing, and y'all let me know if y'all want me to do y'all teams. If your team's got cap space and all of that, got some free agency moves they got to make, and drafts and stuff. As of right now, only got Washington because that's my team, and that's the team I keep a close eye on. But if you want me to do your team, make sure you comment it at the end of this video, and I will go ahead. I will look up your team. I will see how much cap space you got. I will see y'all free agents as of right now, with free agents that y'all could potentially land, to see how your team will be. So, because after this week, football is going to be a little bit of a church mouse, until March, when the league tampering period starts. The league year starts March, in between March 12th, March 15th, somewhere up in there. I want to say it might be March 13th, if I'm not mistaken. You'll hear a little bit of noise before the draft. The draft is in April. Until then, until what, summer, where it's mini camp, rookie mini camp, voluntary mini camp, and then all that other good stuff in the summer we'll get. But it's gonna be a long 7 months without football, man. And it's kind of hurting my heart, because it's like, what I'm gonna do with my Sundays now. Yesterday I went to church because I'm like, man, I ain't got nothing to do. Damn show ain't watching no Pro Bowl. I watched the end of it, and shit, it was what? Let me see, what was that score? 63-76. I'm like, man, what is this? A 40-yard field for flag football. I'm like, man, what happened to the Pro Bowl, man? The Pro Bowl used to be so dope. I used to love the Pro Bowl, man. I used to look forward to it. The white jerseys with the stars on the side of it. You see your favorite player from your team go. And it's like, man, what happened to that nostalgia, man? Pro Bowl is a joke now. For sure it is, Danny. It's a joke now. And I don't know why they got away from the original Pro Bowl. I don't know if because somebody got hurt in the Pro Bowl or something. Maybe y'all can help me understand why the Pro Bowl is not what the Pro Bowl used to be. But it's terrible now. It's kind of like the All-Star game in the NBA. Nobody play defense. It's not competitive no more. Dudes get to pick their teams like it's the black top. It's terrible when it comes to these All-Star games and shit like that. I don't subscribe no more. Yeah, I know they don't have it in Hawaii. They didn't took it to Vegas. They didn't took it to Orlando. So it's whack, man. Yeah, right, man. No pads, jersey shorts out there. Niggas got on sunglasses, and yeah, this is Disneyland. So you just found out, man. That's what the Pro Bowl is. That's the All-Star game. But we got some news, man. We got some news. We got some news. We got some news, man. If you're a Steeler fan, for all my Steeler fans out there, projection. Steelers wide receiver Calvin Austin III is projected to sign a 3-year, $30 million contract extension. Austin has 1 year left on his rookie deal. Austin is only 25 years old, had the best year of his career this season. Pittsburgh expects him to make a major jump next season again. Uh, Shout out to Calvin Austin, man. He did have a good season with Russell Wilson passing him the rock. Also in special teams as well. So shout out to Calvin Austin, man. Get your chili. Get your chili. And I know y'all heard by now the biggest news of the day is Myles Garrett asking for a trade. Want to get the hell up out of Cleveland. And I don't blame him. They wasting your years. And me, I'm thinking Myles Garrett is younger than what he is. I just found out my brother is 29 years old. I thought he was younger than that, but boy, these years go by so fast. He was top of his draft class in 2017. I'm thinking he maybe been 2018, 2019. No, this dude been in the league since 2017, giving you great production every year and wasting his years in that losing franchise in Cleveland. He was optimistic because they made moves to bring players in like Deshaun Watson. Deshaun Watson was uh, a Pro Bowl quarterback at one point until he got traded to Cleveland, and we all found out that he forgot how to play football. The real Deshaun Watson died on that massage table after all those allegations he didn't have, and it's just a waste. My brother is just not the same since he was a Houston Texan, and Myles Garrett has grown frustrated, and he wants out. The Deshaun Watson trade cost the Browns 3 first-round picks, Nick Chubb prime years, and Myles Garrett. No other way to spend this. The worst trade in NFL history somehow keeps getting worse, and that's true. Everybody say that the Denver Broncos trade was bad with Russell Wilson, and then they extended Russell Wilson. But you got to remember, Cleveland Browns also traded 3 first-round picks for Deshaun Watson, and they also extended Deshaun Watson, giving him all guaranteed money. And this dude been looking like a bum ever since. At least Denver got one solid year out of Russell Wilson until they got him a new coach, and the new coach wasn't in his favor, and the coach wanted him out of there. So with all this Myles Garrett talk, oh, hold on, before we get into that, Stephen A. Smith blames Deshaun Watson as well for Myles Garrett requesting a trade from the Browns. The person that I blame the most is Deshaun Watson. Had Deshaun Watson gotten to Cleveland and balled the way he showcased how he could ball when he was a Houston Texan, Myles Garrett would not be asking for a trade, which I feel like is true. But as of right now, Cleveland is so much in cap hell. They also can't go out and sign free agents to make the team better. Deshaun Watson will be out for the proverbial future, especially next season. He's his Achilles injury. He re-tore his Achilles not wearing his walking boot, so that would set him back a little bit further. So 2025, Deshaun Watson would not be there. Deshaun Watson is eating so much of the cap. You can't go out and you can't get nobody that can replace him at quarterback, like a bridge quarterback. You can't. You could draft somebody, but that wouldn't be smart because bringing a young rookie on a rookie scale contract, you can't bring no weapons in to help him and make the team better. Nick Chubb is a free agent. Nick Chubb is a shell of his former self as well with the injuries he's been battling. You got a Jerry Jeudy there, and you have a David Njoku. As of outside of those two, I don't know what else Cleveland really got. They got Cedric Tillman, Jerome Ford. That there is not going to beat a Cleveland Brown. I mean, not going to beat a Baltimore Ravens, a Cincinnati Bengals team, Buffalo Bills, Kansas City Chiefs, Houston Texans, Denver Broncos. So, if I'm the Browns, I will give Myles Garrett what he's asking for. I know the asking price is going to be high, but then you got to look at it too. He's not as young as he used to be. He is 29 years old. By the end of next season, he will be 30. So you're going to have to kind of humble yourself when it comes down to your asking price. I know for sure you probably can get a first round pick depending on who you asking or who you demand, what you demanded. You will have to, probably ask for a player in exchange. So, look, Blue talking about Eagles. Man, if y'all don't get up out of here, y'all trying to get everybody. God damn, let the league be the league. But Let me go because there's been some discussions already. We done had our owner, Josh Harris, done had a press conference this morning. So before we get into that press conference, you already know since we one of the teams with money to spend in this year's free agency is not all that hot this year. This year's draft not all as hot. This is a defensive dominated draft outside of Cam Ward and Shador Sanders. You know, this is a good defensive class when it comes to edge rushers, when it comes to defensive backs, when it comes to defensive tackles, wide receivers, and running backs. So, oh, and also, it's a lot of offensive linemen too in this one. Quarterbacks not so much. You got about 1 round, worth of good wide receivers. They shall all be gone by beginning of the second round. So with today's news that defensive end Myles Garrett has requested a trade out of Cleveland, would you like to see the Commanders pursue a trade? This one is easy for me. This is Washington Football Daily that I'm referencing, y'all. This one is easy for me. This is arguably the best defensive player in football at a premier position at a huge team need for Washington. We do because we can't. We need guys who can run, who can stop the run on the outside edge and get a pass rush. That's what we in need of. As long as it's not something outrageous like 3 first round picks, I am on board. Hard to overpay for a player like this. He will likely command a new contract as well, likely north of 30 million a year. But we have the cap space to make it work. I am curious to see what happens with this situation. But if he is truly on the move, this will be a home run acquisition. Just my thoughts. Let me know yours. What would you like to see the Commanders trade for Myles Garrett? I would like for us to try to pursue Myles Garrett. I think we're going to either have to come up off of Deron Payne or Jonathan Allen in this trade. We'll definitely give up 1 first round pick. I will give up a 1st round pick. I will give up one of those 2D tackles. More than likely Deron Payne because Deron Payne just got his deal, so he hit more of the cap. Um, Also, we would have to give up maybe another pick. I will give up this year first. I will give up Deron Payne. That would be easier on the cap. It would be easier to resign Myles Garrett, and then I will give them maybe next year second, next year third. Call it a day for a guy like Myles Garrett. Yeah, but 3 first round picks and this dude 29 years old. That's a no no. That's a no no. That won't be smart. And then you still would have to repay him. You would still have to resign him. So no, 3 first round picks, no. And then we just got Jaden Daniels here, and for the next 3 years he won't have a 1st round pick, so we can't get him a 1st round wide receiver, which we need to. Yeah. Man, if you don't stop it with that Eagles talk, yeah, I ain't got enough money to sign everybody, bro. Don't panic. But I would like to see that. I would like for us to go ahead and try to pursue Myles Garrett. Okay, before I get into Josh Harris, JPA Football reports Packers president Mark Murphy wants the NFL to ban the tush push play, saying there is no skill involved and it's basically an automatic first down. I am not a fan of this play. There is no skill involved and it's an automatic first down on a play. of a yard or less. The series of plays with the Commanders jumping off sides in the NFC Championship game to try to stop this play was ridiculous. The referees even threatened to give the Eagles an automatic touchdown if the Commanders did not stop it. I would like to see the league prohibit pushing and aiding the runner, the QB, on this play. Mm, that's all it takes. All it takes for these owners to get involved and put in their votes. And if enough owners put in their votes, it's up out of there. It's up out of there. Oh wait, so all right, so I just got something from the 33rd team. How much cap space does every NFC team have entering 2025 off season? For us, it's say 78.1. Maybe that's cap, and but we got more money to spend outside of that. So we have the highest. Washington has the highest. Second is Arizona Cardinals with 71.3. Third is Chicago Bears with 62.9. Four is the Minnesota Vikings with 58. Five is uh, San Francisco 49ers with 48.3. Six is the Detroit Lions with 46.5. Seven, New York Giants with 43.3. Eight is the Green Bay Packers with 42. LA Rams comes in at number 9 with 38.3. 10 is the Carolina Panthers with 20.8. 11 is the Philadelphia Eagles. So there it is, Eagle fans. Y'all don't have enough money for Myles Garrett because he's at 19.7 million cap hit in 2025, and y'all only have 18.1 million dollars in cap space. So that would X him out for y'all, unless y'all go ahead and y'all cut somebody and make them a cap casualty. Then y'all be able to make a move for him. But who would y'all cut for that? Y'all not sure if Darius Slay is leaving and well he might retire. He might retire. Lane Johnson might retire too. So, but we'll have to see how much money that will get y'all after that. After the Eagles at number 12 is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers with 2.2 million. So we won't be seeing Tampa Bay make too many off-season acquisitions outside of the draft. After that, at number 13 is the Dallas Cowboys at negative 2.8 million. Dallas won't be making no moves this offseason. After Dallas is the Atlanta Falcons with negative 11.1 million. They won't be making too many moves. After Atlanta at number 15, it is the Seattle Seahawks with negative 27.5 million in cap space. And last but not least is the New Orleans Saints with negative 54.1 million. They were definitely going to have some post June 1st cap casualties they're going to have to cut to make room to do any maneuvering. And a lot of their guys are old on that team too. So if they want to build for their future, they're going to have to let some of these pillars on their team go, like maybe like a Cam Jordan or a Tyrann Mathieu, or what's the middle linebacker they got, Demario Davis. They're going to have to let some guys go over there. Draft steals of the 2024 NFL draft class. Number 1 comes in is Bucky Irvin, running back, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. At number 2 is Mike Sainristil, cornerback, Washington Commanders. Number 3, Cooper DeJean, cornerback, Philadelphia Eagles. Number 4, Roger Rosengarten, offensive line, Baltimore Ravens. Number 5, Malik Mustafa, safety, San Francisco 49ers. At number 6 is Dominique Puni, offensive lineman, 49ers. Number 7, Zach Frazier, Pittsburgh Steeler. He's a center. Number 8, Tyrone Tracy Jr., running back for the New York Giants. Number 9, Evan Williams, safety, Green Bay Packers. And number 10, last but not least, Andrew Phillips, cornerback, New York Giants. These are all the draft steals from this past year, and I can agree to all of them. All of these dudes had good seasons. Cooper DeJean, I feel like Cooper DeJean is better uh, than Quinyon Mitchell, if you ask me, just in his role that he played. Cooper DeJean be everywhere, man. Also, you know, and this is not coming from Commanders. All of these reports that I'm giving y'all, they're not coming from Commander channels. A lot of them, a few of them are, but a lot of them aren't. It's just that reporters see that where the Commanders finished last year, what players are free agents on the Commanders, and where Commanders can possibly upgrade. So now they making, these trade rumors and free agency trackers and stuff like that to give these players a destination when it comes to free agency. So pretty much, targets that the Commanders can go after with the amount of money and cap space they got and their needs. So another NFL rumor was the Falcons Kyle Pitts trade speculation is growing with the Commanders and the Bengals. Being early teams to link to trying to trade for Kyle Pitts. What do y'all expect? Kyle Pitts, has been underwhelming over there in Atlanta. This dude got all the talent in the world at tight end. This guy runs a 4.3 at tight end. His first season, he had 1,000 yards, and ever since then, he's been failing to get to that 1,000 yards again. This dude don't even get in the end zone like that. First season, he balled out. He's been struggling the last 2 seasons. So far in his career, he has 196 receptions, 2,651 yards, 10 touchdowns. Kyle Pitts, I want to say this is his fourth season. Get my man up out of there, man. They don't know how to use him. Last year, I grew frustrated because he had Arthur Smith. Arthur Smith didn't know how to use all the talent that he had around him. You had a rookie Bijan Robinson. You had Tyler Algier. You got Drake London. You got Kyle Pitts. There's no way that you're not in the top 10 as far as offense goes. Give me a break. Unlikely to return. Denver Broncos running back Javonte Williams is unlikely to return to Denver in free agency. It's not expected Williams will be re-signed. While he was in Denver, leading rusher with 513 yards, he had his share of struggles and is not the same player he was before suffering a serious knee injury in October of 2022. Williams, 24 years of age, rushed for 513 on 139 carries, only averaging 3.7 yards per carry, 4 touchdowns, and 52 catches on 346 receiving yards in 17 games this season. Williams is set to become an unrestricted free agent in March. If your team needs some running back depth, that's a good running back to go after right there. I do think that the knee injury did suffer a setback for him, but I think he will be all right in the new scenery. As of right now, instant reaction potential trading partners For Myles Garrett, these are coming in while I'm talking to you guys. Um, they got the Falcons, but we just discussed the Falcons uh, cap space situation. So I think that X's them out unless they, you know, cut somebody that's making a significant amount of money over there just to have Myles Garrett on their roster. But the other two teams is also the Washington Commanders and also the Detroit Lions. Can y'all imagine Aiden Hutchinson and Myles Garrett on the same team? Oh my gosh, that would be disaster. I would feel sorry for everybody in the NFC, especially Jordan Love, whoever the Vikings quarterback will be. Caleb Williams. Oh my gosh, that would be crazy for the Detroit Lions to get a Myles Garrett. They got the money to do it. They got the money to do it. Now, will they are they willing to give up the assets for it? Are they willing to give up whatever the Browns asking price is? And they're going to be able to finesse one of these GMs. And remind y'all, he is requesting a trade, so they don't have to do him no favors by trading him to a contender. They can trade him to a team that that got the capital, but that they're not competing. They're not a playoff team. They're not competing for any championships. They can ship him off to one of those teams that's lesser than. So they don't owe this man no favors. So we got to keep that in mind too. This is just us, speculations about where he can go, and these are teams that's contenders. But um, there is no guarantee that he can get traded to a contender. Commander fan, thank you for the super chat, my brother. What position you think the Commanders go after first in the draft? Ooh, that's a good one. Um, if you just now getting here, I will give up that. I will give up our first round pick. We picking 29th. We're picking 29th. I believe all the good players that we can possibly go for, like let me look at my draft chart. Like a Will Campbell or Kelvin Banks, um, Jonah. What's my boy? I don't know how to pronounce his last name. Sakanea from Arizona. If we go in the offensive tackle route, those are three people that I will target for offensive tackle. Wide receiver, if we go wide receiver, uh, Tetaroa McMillan, which I don't think he'll be there come 29th. Luther Burton won't be there come 29th. Emeka Buka won't be there coming 29th. Those are all guys that I will target first round. Jaden Higgins out of Iowa State. Savion Williams, too, out of TCU. If you want to go DN right now, Mike Green out of Marshall is killing it. He was projected to us. I think his draft stock and went up now because how he's killing it in the Senior Bowl right now. James Pierce Jr. from Tennessee won't be there. Abdul Carter is probably going to go top 3. Michael Williams, Georgia, he probably won't make it to us, but we will see. I like Nick Scorton out of Texas A&M. I really like him. But if we're going to go defensive end, then we might as well give up that first round pick for Myles Garrett. A proven defensive end. Give you 14 sacks a year. I'll give up that first round pick for Myles Garrett. Get Deron Payne up out of here. Or Jonathan Allen, whichever one you want to get rid of. Okay, we said that, we did that, we did that one, we did that one, we did that one. All right, Josh Harris. Let's talk about Josh Harris. He had a press conference today, and Okay, hold on. All right, Commander fans just threw me off with another super chat. Any good corners that are going to be free agents? As of right now, let me. As of right now, I only one I could think of off the top of my head is DJ Reed. DJ Reed, but I will go through that in a second. I get to that. We got a whole little spill, so I don't wanna get into that just I don't want to get into that right now because it's gonna spoil it for later. So we'll get into that in a minute, Commanders fan. Owner Josh Harris says it's safe to say that the team won't be changing their name again. So the Commander name is here to stay. I'm cool with that. I didn't want another name change just off the simple fact they took Washington Redskins away from us. You know, we had to be quick on our toes. Um, we had to go with the Washington football team just because super last minute we had to come up off that Washington name due to the sponsors trying to pull out. We had to think quickly. If you know anything about a name change, it takes a lot of money, it takes a lot of time. So that's why we had to rock with the football team for 2 seasons before we became the Washington Commanders. I'm cool with the Commanders. Just give us the logo back, give us the colors back. And speaking of the colors, they will be changing our uniforms. We will be going back to our original burgundy and gold colors. You know, they could have kept the Washington football team colors. They could have kept the Redskin colors. Just come up off the name, and we could have been cool with that. You know, Josh Harris also went to say is in this building, the name Commanders means something. I think it's now being embraced by our team, by our culture, by our coaching staff. That we going with that. And yeah, I mean, the team that grew on me. You know, it's been 3 seasons now. The team name had grown on me. So you know, just change the name. I mean, change the uniform because that white and maroon color, I got it just because it's the team jersey. You know, but I much rather have the burgundy and white. You know, the burgundy and gold. Go back to that. Now our burgundy and gold jersey now is cool. It's fire. I like that. But the white maroon, that's different. You know, get scrap that. Go back to the white burgundy. You know, with the gold trimming and all of that. Let's go back to that. Let's get that out of here. He said, hopefully Cliff Kingsbury stay a long time. Well, we got Cliff um, next season. And depending on how good he does next season, I think he'll be gone after that. I think he'll be gone after that. You know, he was a hot topic and name this coaching cycle. It's just that you know, his focus was on the postseason, which we got far in the moment that we beat the Lions and Ben Johnson and Aaron Glenn became available. That's when everybody started making their coaching decision. So um, we beat Tampa Bay. Liam Cohen name, you know, became hot as a head coach. You know, that was Tampa Bay offensive coordinator. And he was going to take the job initially, but then he didn't want to work with Trent Baalke, the GM of Jacksonville. So then Khan fired Trent Baalke, and then Liam Cohen had a change of heart and doubled back, and he went on ahead and signed with and became the head coach with Jacksonville. Aaron Glenn took the Jets job. Why is his name drawing a blank? Ben Johnson took the Bears job. Dallas hired within. The Raiders hired Pete Carroll. Now Pete Carroll has his coaching staff. Chip Kelly. Chip Kelly is back in the league. Chip Kelly got a job again. How Chip Kelly keep getting a job, I don't know, but he is a mastermind when it comes to offense. But he's just not a good head coach. We've seen that already. But more power to him. The only job that's still remaining right now is the New Orleans Saints, which nobody wants that job. You see, Kingsbury was like, "I'm good. I'll wait till next year." If that's the case, Cliff Kingsbury's still getting paid from Arizona, and then he's getting paid by us, but he's still getting paid as a head coach in Arizona. So if I'm him, I'm just chilling right now. All I got to do is call an offense. I don't have to lead a locker room. I don't have to be a leader of men right now. I can just chill and call plays, develop with Jaden Daniels, and then when a good situation come up, I throw my name in the hat. Best way to be. All right. So I've been working on this. This takes some time, simply because it's time consuming, and you really have to know your team. So let me know if y'all want me to do this for y'all respective teams as well. So I just went on ahead and I did the Commanders 2025 off-season decisions. And I did it by positions. Well, the positions that we need to that we need to address. So going in, I think one of the biggest things is offensive line, since we now got a franchise quarterback. So with offensive line, I'm looking at offensive tackle for us, because I firmly believe Brandon Coleman is not an offensive tackle. He is a guard at best, especially when he has to play against guys who are faster, quicker, and who can bend on the outside, beat him on the outside. He has bad hand movement and feet. Offensive line, Brandon Coleman to guard. Coleman struggled with his hands and his feet placement when blocking faster and speedier DNs. I think Washington should replace both left tackle and right tackle. Top veterans right now in free agency is Ronnie Staley out of Baltimore. That's a 9-year vet. Cam Robinson, that's a 8-year vet. Previous team is Minnesota Vikings. That's also a free agent. Tyron Smith, a 15-year vet. I think Tyron Smith still are one of the better left tackles in the league. Played with the New York Jets, but known more so for all his years in Dallas. Lark Jackson, Los Angeles Rams, 4-year vet. Dan Moore Jr., Pittsburgh Steelers, also a 4-year vet. Top offensive tackle prospects coming out of college into this year's draft is Will Campbell out of LSU, Josh Simmons out of Ohio State, Kelvin Banks Jr. out of Texas, Armand Membu out of Missouri, Josh Connerly Jr. out of Oregon, Cameron Williams out of Texas, and Jonah Sakania out of Arizona. Those are your top tackle prospects. So if your team need a tackle, those are the top guys you want to get within the first and second round, because they won't make it to see the third. Also, defensive line. Y'all see how bad um, the Eagles ran down our throat paws. The first game we played them, the second game we played them, the third game we played them. We need to shore up our defensive line, because we are terrible at the run stop, and that's simply because we got rid of Montez Sweat and Chase Young. Yeah, them guys wasn't, your 10 sack, 12 sack a season guys, but they did contain the outside when it came to the run game. So it was kind of hard to run against us in prior years. So defensive line, uh, Shelton Day, Carl Davis, Cleveland Farrell, Dante Fowler, F.A. Obata are all free agents as of right now. Out of those guys, I'll bring back Shelton Day. I'll bring back Dante Fowler. Dante Fowler did good this season with us. I want to say he had 10 and a half, 11 sacks. Very productive with us this year. Osa Adigizua name has came up a lot as a potential all-season signing for us. He played with Joe Witt and Dan Quinn last season in Dallas. They are familiar with him. He might be a potential free agent move. Depend on what we do with John Allen or Deron Payne. This signing would make no sense when you got Deron Payne, John Allen, and we just drafted Johnny Newton. This will make no sense as a pickup because he's a D tackle. And if so, which current D tackle would you ship away? Me, I'll say Deron Payne, more likely due to him having more expensive contract. Washington definitely needs a disruptor and a game changer on his defensive line, especially at defensive end. And as of right now, as of today, I did this list a couple days ago. So now we got Myles Garrett you can add to this list. Khalil Mack name has been coming up a lot. Khalil Mack uh, is going to be a free agent. Last team played for LA Chargers. Josh Sweat with the Philadelphia Eagles defensive end. I like Josh Sweat a lot. DeMarcus Lawrence, I'm cool on DeMarcus Lawrence, but his name has popped up. I will bring Dante Fowler back, like I said, and then Matthew Judon. Top defensive end prospects in this year's draft. I said a few names like Abdul Carter. That dude reminds me a lot of Michael Parsons at Penn State. Josh Pierce Jr., Tennessee. Mike Green, Marshall. If y'all been watching, y'all seen him. That's the dude who's going viral for knocking the lineman on his ass, getting to the quarterback in the drill at the Senior Bowl. Michael Williams, Georgia. Shamar Stewart, Texas A&M. Nick Scorton, Texas A&M. Jack Sawyer, Ohio State. JT, how y'all say his name, y'all? I know I got a couple Ohio State fans in there. Tua Malamalu for Ohio State. Those are your defensive end prospects this year in the draft. Next position, or maybe one of the more important positions to fill, to have depth, because we have our franchise quarterback now, Mr. JD5. Is wide receiver. Currently, Noah Brown, De'Ami Brown, Olamide Zaccheaus, Jamison Crowder, and KJ Osborne are all free agents. We will have to make a decision on who we want to bring back and which ones we'll let walk and test the market. Terry is entering the last year of his contract, and then the only wide receiver other than Terry on his roster is Luke McCaffrey. Tua Mailoa. Okay. Oh, Tua Mailu. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for that. Washington desperately needs to hit on a stud wide receiver in the draft besides De'Ami Brown and Terry, who are third and second round picks. Washington has failed to hit time and time again on getting a free agent wide receiver in the draft. Top wide receiver prospects, like I said, Tetaroa McMillan, Luther Burton, Emeka Abuka, Matthew Golden, Texas, Xavier Westbro, Miami, Jaden Higgins, Iowa State, Savion Williams, and John Beck, TCU. Jack Beck, I'm sorry. TCU, John Beck. I'm thinking about the old Washington quarterback. The next position where we struggled towards the end of the season and got very little production out of is the running back room. Eckler being out for 5 games last season due to his concussions. I think we should look forward to a younger and more scat back. Eckler can be a cut candidate this year. Chris Rodriguez Jr. and Jeremy McNichols are free agents. B Rob showed his flashes, but I think B Rob is a good complementary back, and I think we should spend a day 2 pick on a running back. Day 2 prospect running backs are Marion Hampton out of North Carolina, Cam Scatterbo out of ASU, Arizona State, Dylan Sampson, Tennessee, Caleb Johnson, Missouri, Travion Henderson, Ohio State, Quinshawn Judkins, Ohio State, Devin Neal, Kansas, and RJ Harvey out of UCF. Some good running backs, man. Yeah, he tough. But most importantly, because this is the position that I grew up playing, so I'm very, very anal when it comes to cornerback play. I grew so frustrated with this organization and us having a franchise cornerback because we ain't had one since D'Angelo Hall. Well, I'll say Kendall Fuller was solid. Kendall Fuller was a cornerback 2 at best. I grew so frustrated with us not having a number 1 corner for so long. Now we traded for Marshawn Lattimore mid-season. He struggled with his hamstring injury for the most part, but I will be patient with Marshawn because he is a lockdown corner and he is a dog. Give him one off season where he can get healthy, and I think he will be back next season. I'm very happy with Mike Sanders still. I feel like he's growing pretty fast at the corner position, converting from wide receiver just 2 years ago. We asked him to play inside, he did that. We asked him to play outside, he did that. Anything you asked him to do, he did that. He played pretty well as a rookie this season. I will kick him back to the inside and draft another corner in the early rounds of the draft. Noah Iguanagani, Benjamin St. Juice, Mike Davis are all free agents. I will let them all walk, and I will bring in new talent at the cornerback position. Let me go and look up. Let me go PFF. I just don't know what's his name is going to be. Travis Hunter. I don't know if he's going to be a receiver. I don't know if he's going to be a corner. But if he is a corner, all right, he's the number 1 corner, but we all know he's not making it to 29th. At number 2, you got Will Johnson, Michigan. I would love to have Will Johnson, but I just know he's not making it to 29th to us. You got Benjamin Morrison, Notre Dame. I like Benjamin Morrison. I don't know. All these dudes can't go before 29th. You feel me? All these offensive tackles, defensive linemen, running backs, quarterbacks, cornerbacks. Somebody going to have to be there for us at 29th. If Morrison is there, I would gladly take him there. It just depends on where we want to go. It depends on where we want to go. We got so many holes to fill on this team. We can go wide receiver first. We can go cornerback first. We can go offensive tackle first. We can go defensive end first. So, we it's based off. This draft is going to be based off how much noise we make at free agency. But Benjamin Morrison, if he's there and we didn't address our cornerback position in free agency, I'm taking Benjamin Morrison. I don't know why I'm about to keep saying Benjamin St. Juice. Get that nigga name the fuck out my head. Get him out of my locker room. Bye bye, sayonara. Get out of here. Get out of here. I wouldn't bring Benjamin St. Juice back. That's a penalty waiting to happen. They throwing penalties as soon as he run out the locker room. I'm cool. Jade Barron from Texas. Solid, Atticus size, strength. He can come up and hit in the run defense. He's a good tackler from the slot. Good closing speed, power, strength through the blocks. He reminds me a lot of just a bigger Mike Samersteele. I like him. He has a problem with flipping his hips though. That's it. You know what I'm saying? And we need corners who can do that. We already got enough corners who struggle with flipping their hips. Mike Samersteele is still learning the position, and that's one of his weaknesses. Trey Amos, Mississippi, is the next corner. That's cornerback 5. I won't go past 5 because we need one of those 5. Um, Bring back Bobby Wagner. That's one of my key points. Bring back Bobby Wagner. I would bring him back on a team friendly deal, which he signed a team friendly deal last season too, like $6.5 million or something. I'll bring him back on that. Bobby Wagner is not all the way washed. He is a little slower though. He is a little slower. I would bring him in more so for that OG mentor role like he was this year, but he wants to win. Uh, Bring back Zach Ertz. Zach Ertz got his confidence back. He played really well, especially in that last game against Philly. 11 catches, over 100 yards. He said he found his confidence back. He running back with Jaden Daniels. He said he also went to say that he wished he was 22 all over again, so he had more time with Jaden. I will bring Zach Ertz back. But we're gonna have to get some production out of Ben Sinnott because we spent a second round pick on him at tight end. So at some point we're gonna have to let him see the field more because he played less this season as a rookie, and they brought him in more so as an H back role like we used to do when we had Chris Cooley back in the day. Should we bring back Deron Payne? Deron is one of the better defensive tackles at stopping the run. But since his contract year, which was 2022, he struggled at sacking the QB. His contract year, he had 11 and a half sacks at the D tackle spot. But that level of production has been gone since we re-signed him. Next season, the Commanders take a $26 million cap hit with Deron Payne on the roster. If I'm Washington, I'm taking phone calls and I'm listening to offers, and I'll take a third or a fourth round pick for Deron Payne right now. So, with that being said, like I told y'all, I wrote this a couple days ago before the whole Myles Garrett thing. I would trade Deron Payne for Myles Garrett. That would give us $7 more million in cap space. We'll probably we probably won't get. I don't know. Well, can we get it? I don't know. With Adam Peters, he might finesse somewhere we can get a later round pick back. But I will give up a second round pick and Deron Payne to the Browns for Myles Garrett. Deron Payne, I want to say, is a year or two younger than Myles Garrett. That right there, I will give them, Deron Payne a second, and a third round pick for Myles Garrett, and a later round pick like a 6 or a 7 or something like that. But I don't know, man. We shall see, man. We definitely shall see. But that's it for as Washington Commanders and they offense, uh, they off season decisions. Y'all comment down what teams y'all want me to do next. I know we got Scrooston G in here. That's a Texans fan. We got Eagle fans in here. I know I'm gonna have to do those soon. But y'all let me know if there's other teams that y'all want me to do. And before we get up out of here, most importantly is Super Bowl week. Super Bowl week. We got the Kansas City Chiefs. Said do the Giants. Okay, for sure. I can do the Giants. We got the Kansas City Chiefs. We got the Philadelphia Eagles. We got Kendrick Lamar. Or he said the Bears. Okay, for sure. I can do Giants. I can do the Bears. I know I got Houston. I got the Eagles coming. We got Kendrick Lamar, man. Kendrick Lamar is sweeping the Grammys last night, winning 5 of them things. I know Drake is at home swinging on air right now. That nigga hot. This Kendrick is scorching right now. 5 Grammys. Then he got the Super Bowl this week. Whew. Come on, man. Come on, Bears should grab Darnold. Not gonna lie, bruh. Sam Darnold's going somewhere where he can start. Y'all got Caleb Williams. You remember? Come on now. Let's be serious. Caleb Williams, they not about to. This man is due for some chili after that season he had. Y'all not about to pay him that chili, and y'all got Caleb Williams on his rookie scale contract. Y'all about to do the best y'all can do for Caleb. Y'all better go get some linemen with that money. But yeah, I did A-Line Media podcast this weekend, and they asked me who was my Super Bowl prediction, and as y'all know, because y'all seen me talk to Tiny about who I got, and I said the Chiefs, only because I feel like the referees are involved more this season than they have been in any other season when it comes to Patrick Mahomes or the Kansas City Chiefs as a whole, for that matter. On paper, the Eagles is whooping feet. Ain't no team better than the Eagles on paper, on the field. Period. I don't think it's no team better than the Eagles. Period. But I'm just telling y'all this now, Eagle fans. Don't be upset with me for picking the Chiefs because I feel like y'all are going to play against the referees. So, in this game, what I want y'all to do, and we're going to come back here and we're going to talk about it, the next day. I'm going to be all with F&W. We all going to be watching the Super Bowl together. It's going to be lit, and it's going to be hard, to pay attention to the game when you got everybody, all your favorites around, going to be clowning. We're going to be chilling. It's going to be hard to focus on the game. But I want y'all to do this. I want y'all to watch the referees closely, and I want y'all to watch everything that's not going to be seen. You feel me? That's not going to be replayed. They're not going to show it. So that means y'all going to have to watch all 22 on the field because it's going to be a penalty somewhere they're going to turn a blind eye to. You feel me? And they're not going to show a replay because of it. Because if they show a replay of it, you're going to go back and you're going to see it and they're going to be like, y'all didn't call that? It's going to be a lot of gripes. So y'all going to have to watch everything closely. So if you're watching by yourself, it's better for you to watch by yourself or, with 1-2 other people because it's going to be quiet. There ain't going to be too many distractions. You're going to be able to see. Y'all going to be able to see. Y'all going to be focused. But when it's like 30, 40, 50 motherfuckers, it's going to be chaotic. So I'm going to try my best to watch it. But I think Saquon going to have a game. I think Spagnola is going to make shit difficult for Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts is a baller though, and I went to say too, I'm like, man, we got to stop this narrative, about Jalen Hurts being a bum and all of this other shit. Now he's not a pure passer. We know that. We know he's not a pure pocket passer, but he can throw the football. He's not a bum. He's just not one of the top passing quarterbacks. JD5 is a pocket quarterback. He just happened to can run fast. But I just think that Jalen Hurts, you take his first option away, he running off top. But I say all that to say is it's gonna be a close one. It's gonna be a close one because Eagles are the better team on paper and on the field. So this is gonna be a close game. But it's gonna come down to some bullshit. It's gonna come down to some bullshit and y'all gonna be frustrated because y'all know who it's gonna be in favor of. So I got 34-31 Kansas City. I want to be wrong. I want to be wrong. I want to be wrong. If the Eagles win, shouts out to y'all. Y'all deserve it. That's going to make our division better. You feel me? We already the best division in the fucking league, but that's going to make our division better. But I'm letting y'all know this. It's going to be a close one. And I can't wait. I can't wait to see this fade because I want the Eagles to get their get back for real, for real. I just don't think that y'all will because if y'all been watching me for any amount of time, y'all been seeing my gripe about these goddamn Chiefs and the referees cheating for them. And ain't nobody grew more tired than that than me. So I want the Eagles to win. I want to be wrong, but if I'm not, I told y'all so. I want to see the halftime show. I can't wait to see the halftime show, see my boy perform. You feel me? I can't wait for all of that. There's going to be some shit to talk about. It's going to be definitely a good game. We going to be streaming, so y'all, if y'all want us playing in the background, you feel me? Maybe y'all want to have two TVs up or have your computer up and your TV going at the same time because we're going to be streaming. It's going to be lit. And yeah, man, that's all I got for y'all today. We ain't too much football to talk about this week until the Super Bowl. So I probably gonna have to go live with Tiny on a Monday, or we probably do our Tuesday thing. I probably just gonna have to wait till Tuesday. He said I never remember the halftime show when we in it. Hey, he said I'll be locked in. You gonna be tune in to this one though. Tune in to this one for sure. Yeah, man. I want the Eagles to get their get back, man. Cause I cheered for the Eagles the first time this matchup 2 years ago. 2 years ago, it's my wedding anniversary. All since the league moved to 18 weeks, and so now my wedding anniversary always is the week of the Super Bowl now. So starting with the Bengals and the Rams, that's the first year. That was our 1 year anniversary. So that was the first year the Super Bowl landed on our anniversary. Then the Chiefs and the Eagles landed on our anniversary. And then this year it's on the 9th. My anniversary is in the middle of the week. So I get to go out and watch the Super Bowl and then we'll celebrate next week. But I remember waiting to go to dinner, and I'm watching, and I'm looking like, damn, man, the Eagles about to lose. I'm like, damn, and I put chili on it. I'm like, fuck, I thought the Eagles was going to win. Jalen Hurts outplayed Patrick Mahomes. Jalen Hurts was lights out. Jalen Hurts should have been Super Bowl MVP, win or lose, and then they caught that bullshit pass interference that wasn't a pass interference. And the Chiefs got bailed out then. So remember, y'all, and coming from me, don't nobody gripe about these goddamn Chiefs and these referees more than I do. And I think that's when it started, was that Super Bowl, because that was a bullshit ass call. I want to say, well, who was that on? James Bradbury? Yeah, I feel like that was bullshit. So we shall see, man. To my Eagle fans in the chat, man, good luck to y'all. I know your heart's gonna be racing. Y'all gonna be sweaty palms, backsides getting tight, paws. Y'all gonna be nervous because y'all want this win. And don't nobody want y'all to have this win more than me outside of yourselves. But I just know that these Chiefs, they got a little bit of extra help on their side, man. They got a little bit of help on their side. So y'all make sure y'all tune in. I'll keep y'all posted, man. I'll keep y'all posted on what channel. I think it might be on back on Fig that that we might be streaming from. So y'all enjoy the Super Bowl. Y'all do it up. Y'all be safe. Eagle fans, if y'all happen to win, don't go crazy and be doing no other crazy shit like these Eagle fans is there in Philly. Rest in peace to the young kid who lost his life. But you play stupid games, you win silly prizes. What you doing climbing a 40-foot pole for, knowing ain't nothing good up there for you. Rest in peace to him, but y'all be good, y'all be cool like y'all be cool, man. Blue said I was out there. Yeah, hey, don't be trolling nobody neither, man. Don't be getting in nobody's face. Give people their space, man. Leave people alone. Y'all got the win. Go celebrate another way, man. But that's gonna do it for us this week. I'll see y'all next week. We streaming from we streamed on Tiny Page last week. So yeah, we streaming from mine this week. So, man, peace. I'll see y'all later this week, man. Out.